Now looking here, this is the volume chart here in blue of STRC. You can see there was a lot of volume to get the ex-dividend date to be in there to qualify for the dividend last month at the middle of the month of March. And yesterday, there was a significant amount of volume compared to today, because yesterday was when that payout got paid to shareholders. And so there's a sect of shareholders, probably a large amount of them, that are just buying more STRC with the dividend that they get from STRC. And that is most likely, in my opinion, why we saw huge amounts of volume towards there. So it's people getting those monthly dividends and buying more STRC with it. In my opinion, that's speculation, but in my opinion, that's probably what contributed to the larger amount of volume yesterday. What continues to back this up, in my opinion, is this tweet by Fong Li that he posted a week ago. 40% of MSTR shares are owned by retail. 80% of STRC shares are owned by retail. So retail is vast majority of holders of this, and they are buying more STRC, in my opinion, with those dividends. It says retail investors prefer low volatility, high yield digital credit. Now, I made a video a couple, maybe like a month ago, about how STRC could be compared to an S coin, right? I'll just say it that way. And this was my sort of trying to push back on this instrument a little bit. And my biggest pushback and my biggest takeaway, to sum that up, is that I think obviously 80% is retail. I think there's a large cohort of Bitcoiners who are parking long-term capital in a short to medium term asset like STRC. And you don't want to be on the sidelines for the 12 out of 365 days where Bitcoin goes upwards. Now, it can be used as a sort of trading timing mechanism. You can go back and forth between these things. You get less tax efficiency doing that. And, you got to be really a good trader to do all that and all of this. But I think that there's potentially people who are going to miss out on Bitcoin because of the attractive yield and short time preference of STRC. And this, again, reinforces that a little bit, seeing that there's 80% of STRC holders are retail. So that's a warning to retail out there that you might be missing out on some long-term gains because you're focused on this short-term STRC. Now, STRC obviously can fit within a portfolio to some degree because of that sort of short to medium time preference. There's a position within a portfolio where that time preference makes sense, right? If you're saving for something in a year, maybe it's not the best thing to have it in Bitcoin because you don't know what Bitcoin's going to be at in a year, right? Because you're exposed to short-term volatility risk. So each to their own, but it kind of reinforces my idea here that Bitcoiners are buying STRC and potentially left on the sideline with that position.